So we're gonna go over CPI inflation data, and just to show you, this is what it looks like when someone says that inflation has peaked, and then CPI, core CPI, comes out to be 0.6% versus 0.3%, and then core CPI on a year-over-year basis comes out to be 6.3% versus 6.1 expected, and 5.9 for the previous reading. So this is the NASDAQ futures. This is QQQ. So if you look at QQQ, you see that we closed at 310 or like almost 311 yesterday, and we're set to open close to 300. That is a ginormous move. So what you want to be looking out for at this point, this demand area, well, potential demand area, if we got below that and lose that, you're gonna dump through. So going back to the monthly, what we were looking at playing before this ridiculous robotic weak bounce, you have a monthly reversal. So that once if this month goes back red, you just want to be playing that monthly reversal and look at these demand areas on your previous months. So you still need to be careful because we are still just consolidating between channels and triangles and broadening formations. So the triangle here is just this big triangle where it's just been sitting in here. So then we get here and it needs to break up or down. The broadening formation that you got going on is this here, where it could just rip higher up here to the top of that broadening formation up here, or it could be ready to expand to the downside. The other thing you got going on is this channel, which is a bear flag, but don't let the bear in it fool you. It can and will break to the upside if it wants to. This could break to the upside, or this could come through reject and go back down. It might not even make it up there. It could be ready to flush through right now. Don't know. You need to lose 300 and 298 to play any kind of downside. Otherwise, we are still just stuck in this range, and we don't know which way it's going to break. All I'm saying is these types of moves that happen because somebody says inflation has peaked or somebody thinks that the Fed is going to pivot, this is what happens. So thinking long term, this is the kind of stuff you got to watch out for when you're trying to be a long term investor. And it just goes to show how moving this data can be, how crazy just somebody saying something can be, whether it's true or not. So I thought this move was robotic, and basically we're gapping below the gap that started it all. So it's putting us right back where we were before, and losing this area. Remember we talked about if this breaks and comes back through, it could bounce or it could flush through. If it flushes through, then that's a failed breakout. Failed breakouts tend to have strong moves in the continued direction of the failure. So this would be a strong move in the continuation to the downside. You just have to let that set up and verify on a lower time frame, and then play that with your monthly time frame because you want to follow the higher time frame. I don't know that that's going to verify and play out. I'm telling you what you have to watch for. And of course, none of this stuff is financial advice, but losing 302, 300, 298, you start to think more downside is coming. So be on the watch out for that, and just take it day by day and just see what the candles, what the setup looks like. Let something validate and don't get caught in chop. So just be patient, wait for the setups, and trade what you get. And I'll catch you guys for the next video. Likely do another video once we break, but this is a pretty strong move if we lose this retest. So be on the lookout. There you go.